They tell me you're a man with true grit.
What do you want, girl? Speak up at supper time.
All right, I am Shane Davis, former IMCA Modified National Champion. Over here, we're live at Test and Tune Night at Davenport Speedway, and we're getting all tuned up for the big show we got coming up Thursday. Ricky, we got Lucas Oil MLRA rolling into town.
Yeah, there's some pretty big names coming. The Eldora canceled, and there's just not much going on this weekend in the World of Outlaws, Lucas Oil, the big ones, you know.
Well, you and I talked on the phone last week, and you called it right. I said, Rick, it's early. I always hated it when people called me early. Are we going to be able to race and have Test and Tune? And you said Test and Tune's a go, and here we are.
Yeah. This is amazing amount of cars and people that are in there. There's 300 people in here.
Wow.
Fantastic. Wow. That is fantastic.
I want to ask that you like and share if you're watching right now. We also want to thank our sponsor and big boss man, Kelly from Dunright TV, Dunright Motorsports, and Dunright Security Systems. Please check them out if you're looking to get some home cameras or whatever it may be. We also want to thank people that are watching this week. It is a very special week for Christian people. We've got Holy Week, so we had Palm Sunday yesterday. We are rolling into Friday night. That's when Jesus was crucified. Saturday, Silent Saturday. Sunday will be Resurrection Sunday. So make sure and head out to your local church. Check it out. A great week for the Christians that are listeners here on this show, True Grit. So, Ricky, tell us, what have we done here different at Davenport? When I came in, I seen that new top to the wall on the half mile.
Well, that's for the general manager, Sean Loaders. He never even said anything. It's just done. I can come in here and take a picture and like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've done a wonderful job this year. And now, tonight I seen you out there watering with something a little bit different than you normally water with.
I haven't got the hang of that big red thing yet. I got to figure that thing out yet.
You know, I remember when I used to go down to Oskaloosa, I think it was, they used to have something like that they watered with. And what do you use that for in the farming business?
Spraying, to spray for weeds and to also put liquid nitrogen on for corn.
So you run that baby right down through the middle of the field?
In the early spring before it's planted.
Okay,
Very
good,
nice.
good.
Yeah.
And hey, speaking of that, how are the crops doing?
They're still in the bag.
All right. Man, so much water out there. If you can't race, you can't get out in the field, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the way it goes. Yep.
All right, and we're going to open up at 3 o'clock. The pit gates will open at 3 this Thursday for the Lucas Oil MLRA show.
What time is qualifying?
I think it's the normal time. That's 6:30 is our qualifying time starts.
And it's Thursday night, not Friday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, right.
Good.
Awesome.
Good. So we're going to have the front gate's going to open at 3 o'clock in the pit gate, and then the front gate will open at 5 o'clock, and we'll have hot laps at 6:30, our normal time, and then we'll follow that up with qualifying. That's kind of the order of events.
I think, we maybe they'll do some qualifying or hot laps at 6.
Okay.
To get some of that run through.
Gotcha.
I'm not exactly sure on that.
Nice.
All right.
I should know that.
It's all right. I think it should be a good show, though. It sounds like you got a bunch of hot shoes coming. Anybody that you can kind of tease us with or drop some names?
Ricky Thornton Jr., Shannon Babb, Brian Shirley, Garrett Albertson. All the MRL normals are going to.
Yeah, because Garrett finished second in points last
right.
year, and he come off a win last week. It was a non-Lucas Oil race, but he's been on fire this year. He's got those black diamonds going.
I got to go watch him down in Vado at his hometown, New Mexico. And
How was that?
Really good down there. It was fun to watch.
And I'll tell you what,
Whale of a
Justin,
show.
Spring Fling Sunday.
How about that?
Now, I'm just looking at my race pass, but Jeff Morris told me, he was there. He said he started about 12, and he just drove around on the bottom and schooled him.
We just figured we're going to enjoy our Sunday because he whacked the left front off on the tire at the heat race. So, you know.
Almost fired him, but he still got a job.
We'll just take what we get.
Yeah. And then the IMCA stock car you took there and you run street stock with, and you got a second place with that.
Yeah.
So you had a good weekend.
Yeah, the boys were happy.
Good.
Yep.
So
Good.
how do you do that? I'm curious. How does, and that's one of the things that's always amazed me about your family is how do you guys switch gears from a street stock to a modified to a late model to an open late model back to the street stock? It's amazing the amount of cars that you guys bring and are competitive in every single class.
I could never do that. It's all on that, and it's a crew chief and a driver that click, that they get along awesome, that make that happen.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Ricky, you've still got the same crew chief that you had last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, Tyson Gear. Yep.
And what about the Dr. Al Deloy? Is he still helping you out at the shop?
Yeah, he hangs out there quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's our Mr. Fix-It. He's our MacGyver. He can fix anything.
Oh my God! And then you also use him here at the racetrack.
Yep, he's out there right now. Yep.
Okay. And who else do you have on the prep crew here at the track?
Paul Sharp helps us. Ben Cook, Dave Bell. There's just numerous guys. I'm sorry, I'll miss somebody.
You know, I see Paul Sharp down there eating breakfast on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Same place I took you to, the same place, we go to on Saturdays. And, he's good help. The guy's always got a positive attitude.
Yeah.
And it's good to have help like that around.
He likes being around. He loves it. Yep.
He really does. Racing's his thing.
Yeah.
So the modified, you only ran that thing a couple of times last year.
4 maybe.
4, yeah.
Yeah, it was brand new last year. So yeah.
Wow. So it's still brand new.
Pretty much.
Now, are you going to run it more this year, Rick?
I
Have to wait and
probably
see,
not.
huh? All right. Now, we've also got IMCA late models, and they're going to be running for national and regional points.
Yep.
IMCA modifieds and IMCA sport mods, they're all on the card for Thursday, too.
Yes.
Now, they'll run heat races and their features like normal.
Normal weekly procedure, and there'll be like state points and national points and all that fun stuff, but not track points.
Not track points, okay.
When does your track point season start?
April 22nd.
Friday, April 22nd.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at the payout for Thursday, and we got a pretty good payout for the late models, IMCA mods and sport mods. So the guys can pick up some good money. And my God, you guys pay more for tow money than you paid back when I was racing to get 10th.
Well, they'll get a good show in them late models too. I mean, they'll put one on as well, but the late model, they'll get to see that as well. That's always fun. We love going to traveling when we did it too, to go watch, just be part of the open late model show.
Now I see the pit passes are going to be $35. Adults in the grandstands are $20. Is that correct? That's Brenda's deal.
Yeah.
I'm reading it off your page. Ages 5 to 12, $5, and 4 and under are going to be free. So it's nice that you guys have a reasonable price. If you want to bring the whole family, I mean, you can get in cheap.
Yep, cheaper than babysitter. Bring them here.
That's right.
Bring
That's
them here to the
right.
racetrack.
Well, and it also perpetuates the sport, and that's one of the cool things about your facilities here is it is very family friendly. There's plenty of room for the kids to run. They don't feel like you got to keep an eye on them or you can't let them go run. They have plenty of place and play room. And bring them along. That also makes race fans. I know I started going to the races when I was a very, very little kid. Obviously, I haven't given it up yet. So,
yeah.
Now, Ricky, the other big shows we got going on this year, we've got another Mars show we're going to have this year.
Yep, July 26th is another Mars. We'll have it. I guess it'll be the first one.
Yeah, right. Hey, what about? And we're going to have the Lucas Oil Boys in town.
Yep, they'll be July 6th.
Okay.
very nice.
And then we had a real good show last year, that World Outlaw 3-day show. We're going to run that 3-day show again this season.
Yep. There'll be the World of Outlaw midgets will be running with the late models as well.
That'll be very exciting.
And the IMCA modifieds.
And Rick, what year will this be for your promoting? Is this your 3rd season or 4th season? Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting to have USAC or the World of Outlaw midgets as well too. It's a brand new class, Extreme Series. That's awesome.
Them things they'll be pulling wheelies and it'll be crazy.
Yeah.
July 16th, June 16th, we got that Summer Series race coming in too.
Oh, right. That'll be a good
Almost
time.
forgot about that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many good races.
The sprint cars that we got coming in, we've tried those for every season you've been here, and they've got rained out every season. What is it, Pat? What's the deal?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just whatever date that they happen to fall on, and it seems like it always rains.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, Ricky, thanks for coming over. I know you're busy. We really appreciate you taking a little time out of your schedule and sitting down with the guys. And best of luck Thursday night. I'm really looking forward to it. And best of luck again this season.
I'm getting some calls on, well, gosh, it's going to be cold, whatever, and I'm just bundle up if we can race.
If we can race, we're racing.
You betcha.
I like that attitude. Well, thanks
Thank you.
again, Ricky.
You're doing a great job. Thanks for coming.
Pat?
Yes, sir.
Now, we got a modified sit behind us, and this year, here you are, a sprint car guy, been out at your shop.
Yep.
You got a couple of sprint cars out in the shop, and you went and bought a modified. What happened?
I went modified racing, Shane.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We're around it so much that it's nice to get to race at home and race in front of hometown crowds and have a lot of local help involved. And, I haven't been this excited about going racing for a very, very long time. Sprint cars are cool, don't get me wrong. I still have the sprint cars in the shop, but yeah, we went out and bought a Rage and got her all ready, and I can't wait to get out there and hit the track.
Yeah, and I heard that thing was up in Cosgrove last week. There's no better place to take a Rage car than up there to Precision.
Yeah, Andy Eckridge went through the whole car, and he spent a good long time with me, walking me through how to set the car up, the adjustments on the car, how to drive the car, what to look for. He's incredibly gracious, really good guy. Obviously, he knows his stuff, but also a genuinely really, really good guy. So I think that's what I was told when we got into this, is that's one of the key elements, is make sure that you get a good car and then get good people involved, and I've done both of those.
And we had, he was putting the Super Tune on Spencer Kurtz modified. Man, I'm going to tell you what, 2 seasons ago, that guy was unbeatable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, I've known Spencer his whole life. And he was one of the ones that I called and said, hey, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. Originally, I was actually looking at getting a late model. And Spencer was one of the ones, and I heard this from multiple people. They said, you know what? Actually, the modified's more fun. They said, get a modified, take it to Andy. And he said it's actually a lot more fun to run. And on his advice, as well as a couple other people, that's exactly what I did.
Now, Pat, there's a big difference between tuning up one of those sprint cars and tuning up this modified. You don't have that monster tire on the right rear. Now, tell me about the Rage car. It's a 4-bar car?
It's a 4-bar car with it's got a 4-bar linkage in the rear.
All right.
And there's a lot of nuances to it, and almost an infinite number of adjustments, and then a J-bar underneath, as well as shocks and springs. And that was one of the many things that Andy helped us with, was setting the car up and then getting it scaled, and then also prepping for adjustments for what we're going to see come race season.
And all through the years, Pat, you always run the number 2X. We got the 2X
sir.
on this modified. Now, I'm a fan of big numbers, and man, is that a big number on that car.
I went big, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm telling you what, that's the way I would have done it. It
Yeah.
looks absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, Dave Anderson at Rockstar Graphics down in West Burlington, Iowa, is a true artist. I sent him the drawings. I was waiting on somebody else, and they weren't coming through, and I said, you know what? I asked Dave if he had time to get it done, and about 2 hours later, he had the first proof, and he did not do me bad. He did us justice with the giant number 2. So
yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Now, tell me a little bit about this Rage. How'd you come across the car? Was it a local car? And give me a little history.
It was it's a 2019 Rage that was updated this time last year up at Eckridge's. It was a Shellman family from Mount Pleasant. They wanted to make one big push, and so they were going to get a new car and had this a complete roller for sale. That was what I wanted to get. I wanted to get in as a complete roller to where I didn't have a transmission that didn't hook up to a bell housing or something odd like that. I wanted a complete turnkey car. They made me a great offer, and so I bought the car complete. Took it home. I've been working on it ever since then, and then we finally got it finished up here at Andy's and got the wrap on. Actually, just this afternoon with the wrap on it. So.
And one thing I appreciate, Pat, is you waiting until our show's over to take that thing out on the racetrack and get it all dirty.
Yeah, you know what? And honestly, I was running a little bit behind. I wanted to get out there and run, but I also wanted to have the car on the show, and we wanted to be on the show. So I'm not, even though I've never run the car, and I know I'm going to have a pretty steep learning curve. I'll get out when the show's over, but I wanted to be here, being as how I'm in town. I wanted to be here and spend some time with you and interview a couple of guys. We got a great group of people here. Unbelievable the amount of cars for a practice night.
5:30 to 9:30. We're here. 5:30 to 9:30. The show gets over at 8 o'clock. You will jump in and we will get some hot laps in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.